What's up, guys? We're out here in Vista at Flux Training Center. Some of the things that I really like about this gym is I like that it's more for advanced climbers. Like, it feels like it's just, you come in here and everybody kind of knows what they're doing. This isn't a very big gym. You know you don't need a lot of space. You just need tools that have precise reasoning behind them, and that's what they have. This seems like a very no-nonsense gym. But when I come here, I feel really locked in. Their grading system, which is ABC. Fun fact is John Gill, some of you might know him, some of you might not. He's a legend. He put up a lot of climbs, and he used to have a grading system called B1, B2, and B3. And B1, which was pretty much for everyone, which is probably their A. B2, which was like some people can do, that's probably their B. And then B3 was like John Gill can do it and maybe another guy. And that's their C's pretty much. If you're new here, you shouldn't come here, but that's not true. Like, it's okay for anybody to come here and try it out and have a good time. And they're, like I said, all the A's, they're gonna work you guys. If you're from grades 1 to 4, you can try all the A's and you're probably gonna have a good session, just like you would try the 1 to 4s at a normal gym. I think one reason to come to Flux is specifically the tension board, and I think the biggest reason being is I know a lot of people don't have the time, resources, energy, or money, or capability in terms of travel to, let's say, get up Black Mountain or go to Josh or Tram, which are, some of our local crags. A lot of outside climbers know that inside is much, much easier than outside, and it's just because outside is unforgiving. And the one thing that I think the tension board can help you guys understand in terms of feeling it is how close it is to outside. Just like any other gym, they have the free weights, right? The bumper plates. They have more downstairs, and they have a cage so you can do, bench, overhead press, deadlift, back squat. They also have 4 loading pins, which, as climbers, you should know how important those are, but if you don't, it's very important because you can put blocks and pull weight, or you can just use them to hang. They also have weight belts. They have a variety of hang boards, 2, 4, 6, 8. They got about 9 of them, and they have the special edges for the micro crimps to work on those of you who are pulling very low crimps. They have that as well. They have rings. You know that over time, as you progress, the TRX ropes and the rings are very important, because while you're doing a motion like a pull-up, they also help you stabilize because it's a little harder, right? So you're just building stabilizing as well. And that's why a lot of band work is important. Flux has 2 lifting areas, 1 upstairs, 1 downstairs. 1 upstairs is more climbing specific, 1 downstairs is more gym specific. So we got the free weights, we got a couple benches, plenty of room to stretch. Rack here, you can probably do back squat. Somebody was clearly doing my warm-up on bench earlier, and typical pull-up, little dip bar action. We got the medicine balls, we got the cardio ropes, we got some more bands, another TB block, 2 TB blocks here at Flux. Then we got the stress reducing. We call him, what do we call him? We call him Lorenzo because he'd be talking back and shit. Just kidding, that's fucked up. So to our right, we have the slab lab. That's what most gyms call it, right? I'm currently working on the B's, because I am not a slab god.
This is not very compy, I would say. It just feels like really traditional for the most part. Most of their stuff's like traditional slab. It's not too, the angle's not too, forward, if that makes sense. It's not as hard. It feels a lot flowy. And, for me, slab isn't my best style. So when I do it, I feel pretty comfortable on the wall. And it's, really nice doing that. Because at other gyms, sometimes I struggle because they're really, coordination type climbing. And, I just get put down because I can't even, do the first few moves. They have a bunch of, A's, the beginner style. So it's easy to get into.
And then we got the normal traditional wall over here, right? You can see there's a lot on the wall, but when you're climbing, they've done a really good job of spacing it out, and you don't ever hit other holes. It doesn't feel cumbersome. Here I usually warm up on this side, and then I'll go to the board side of things. Right here on the other side of the walls, we have the spray wall right here. Kind of not too filled in next to the campus board. But then we have another spray wall with the angle at 40, and I think that's the difference. This doesn't seem to be very angled. And that one is like fucking 40, definitely, because it's next to the TV board. That's set at 40 as well. And then we have the automated kilter, which, 0 to 70. And then this is the main board, right? The main board everybody's here to see, the TB2. You can see one of the co-owners here, Ethan, who works here at Flux at the desk. Very cool guy.
You have a little bit of everything that comes in, and they allow you to kind of like push yourself, find styles that are people that are similar to your style, people that aren't similar. You get on the board, you get with them, you're training with them, you're seeing people crushing, and it's just gonna, being around that crowd is gonna inspire you to make you like climb harder, pursue it more,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Expectations, if you're brand new at climbing, expect very hard things. It is what it is, and so the idea is you will progress extremely fast here. It is a training facility, and so everything that's built around here is kind of built for that whole thing. It's all encompassing, and so we've got the training boards for strength training. We have the climbing walls for like 3D dimensional movement based and flow to understand the climbing, and then we have the workout for your antagonistic kind of muscle groups, and then also upstairs is more particular, like the hangboard stuff is for your finger strength isometric or isolating your finger strength and stuff like that. So yeah, it's supposed to be, the idea is understanding the full cycle of training. Flux originated from the idea that everything in your life, basically, you're in flux. In training, in climbing, you're always in some different phase of your climbing. You're always in some kind of different flux of climbing. And so whether you're training for trad climbing, or you're training for sport climbing, or you're training for bouldering, or if you're in a cycle of your phase where you're deloading, there's always something different in the training phase of what you're doing. And so we're constantly in flux. We're constantly in flux in our training. We're constantly in flux in our life.
We'll be right back.